Okay, so this is the quiz that I gave you guys last week. So I'm gonna do all the questions. So the first question, it says the circumference of a circle is 12 pi feet. Some of you got confused when you saw 12 pi. This is just a number. This is just 12 times 3.14 feet. So this is just a number. Okay, so since we're talking about circumference, I'm going to use the circumference equation, which is C for circumference is equal to 2 pi r. 2 times pi times the radius. And they give us the circumference. They say the circumference is 12 pi, right? So we know what the circumference is. So we substitute here. C is 12 pi equal to 2 pi and r. So the question is asking for the radius. What's the radius? So this is just an equation we're gonna solve for the radius. We are going to isolate the radius. Okay, an easy way is to just keep pi the way it is. Don't substitute it to 3.14 because when I solve this equation, the pi and the pi are gonna cancel each other. So to isolate r, let's get rid of 2 pi. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so to get rid of 2 pi, we just divide both sides by 2 pi. 2 pi. Okay, so anything divided by itself, 2 pi divided by itself, 2 pi is 1. Okay, or 2 divided by 2 is 1, and pi divided by pi is also 1. Okay, and 1 times 1 is just 1. So this whole thing, if I divide by the same number, 2 pi, is going to cancel. And I isolated the radius equal. And here pi divided by pi cancel, because that's 1. And I just have 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So the radius is 6. And if you don't like working with pi the way it is, you could substitute pi for 3.14. So this is 12 pi equals to 2 pi r. Substitute 12 times 3.14 equals to 2 times 3.14 times the radius. Okay, this is just 6.28 r. And then whatever this is. And then you solve the equation as such. But it's easier to do it this way. Just leave pi the way it is. Okay, so that's the first question. Let's look at the next question. Oh. All right, so the next question, it says, what is the area of a circle whose circumference is 24 pi? Just like the first one, they tell us C, the circumference, is equal to 24 pi. And they want to know what's, oh, I'm sorry, that's not 24 pi. That's 24 pi. And they say, well, what's the area? Can you find the area? And I told you guys, if you know the radius of a circle, you can answer any question you want. So in this case, you want to find the area, you need to find the radius based on what they give you. What did they give you? The circumference. So you need to use this information here to get the radius. So let's go back to the equation again for circumference. C is equal to 2 pi times the radius. There, that's the radius. That's what I want. It's here. It's in the equation for circumference. That's what I'm looking for. If I know the radius, I can find the area. So we're going to solve the same equation just like on question 1. They say C in this case is 24 pi. Pi is just a number. Is equal, and the equation for circumference is 22 pi r. Again, we're going to isolate the r. All we have to do is divide both sides by, again, 2 pi. 2 pi. Here, anything divided by itself cancel, and you're left with r, which is what you want. Pi divided by pi cancel, that's 1. And what's 24 divided by 2? Well, that gives you 12. So the radius is 12 meters. So r is 12 meters, okay? Well, I know r. Now I use the equation for area to find the area. So let me erase everything. I got what I need. All I need is to know the radius when I'm working with circles. So radius with 12 meters. The equation for area of a circle, and it's on top of this sheet, is pi, number pi times the radius squared. So the area is pi is 3.14 times, and the radius, we just got that, is 12, and we square it. So the area is 3.414 times 12 square is 12 times 12. And that's 144. So times 144, okay? And then you put that in the calculator, you get 450 something. Okay, so that's the 2 questions. Let me do the last one. Okay, so this is the 3rd question. Let me just change those numbers there, because I use this picture just to make your life and mine easier to kind of have a visual. So let's just cross this out. And he said you have an aquarium, and it was a rectangular prism. The base is 6 by 2.5. So let's put the short side, this side here, put different colors. This side here is 2.5, and this side here is a longer side. Let's put that as 6 feet, okay? So they're saying it's 2.5 by 6, and the height, how tall this thing is 4 feet, okay? It's important that you do this when you do these questions, to have a visual so you know what are you doing. So they say it's open from the top. So if it's open, we're not going to count the top. So we just need how much glass is going to take to make this fish tank, okay? So the base, this base, let me draw the base, is 2.5 by 6. Okay? And since the top is open, this is the base. Since the top is open, there's only one. I'm not gonna count the top, okay? So that the area of this one is 12, is 15. 6 times 2.5 is 15, right? So there's only one, plus we're gonna do the surface area, right? You add the area, all the faces. And in this case, we don't have 6, we're not counting the top, we only have 5. So let's do this face here, this part. So the H, I put it on blue, let me put in blue again. The height is this. And the height is, and also here, the height is 4 feet. So this here, I put it, it's 2.5 by H, 2.5, and H is 4, and there are 2 of them. And then my last face is this one here, which is 6 by 4, 6, and this is 4, which is the height. And there is 2 of those. So you got 4 times 2.5, which is 5. No, that's 4, 8, and 2. So this is 10. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, so you have 2 of these, times 2, and only 1 of these. Okay? And then you just add them together. So we have 6 plus 10 plus 10 plus 24 plus 24. So that should be, that's 48. That's 48 and 20, 68, and 6, it's 74. Okay. I'm sorry, the first one is 15. I don't know what I wrote 6 there. Just this first one here, this is 15. This is 15, 10, 10, 2 10s, and 2 24s, and it should give you 83. Okay, so that's with 5 faces, you get 83 feet squared. So that's the surface area. That's how much glass you need to make that aquarium. All right.